nobody teaches how to sleep, right? So there's so many factors that can affect our sleep. Sleeping there's an art to actually sleeping. If you don't get good sleep, like your whole life is kind of a little bit against you. When you don't get good quality sleep or when you get little sleep, disturbed sleep, the sewer system doesn't fully open. And that's why when you don't get a good night's rest, the next day you feel foggy. You feel a little headachy. You feel a little confused, muddy, toxic brain.
Meet Dr. William Li. He is a Harvard-trained physician, scientist, and best-selling author of Eat to Beat Disease and Eat to Beat Your Diet, who explains how everyday habits can support the body's natural healing systems. What if better sleep didn't begin at night? But start with what you do in the morning, what you eat during the day, and how you treat your body before bedtime. Most people think sleep is only about closing their eyes. But your sleep is actually controlled by your brain, your blood vessels, your gut, your hormones, your metabolism, and even your immune system. And when these systems are out of balance, you may lie in bed tired, but still unable to fall asleep. Today, I'll show you simple habits that can help your body sleep better every single day. Not with sleeping pills, not with complicated routines, but by supporting your body's natural sleep system. How to sleep.
One of the remarkable things about sleep is how restorative it actually is. But sleeping is one of those everyday activities that nobody teaches us how to do, right? I mean, nobody teaches us really how to eat. Nobody teaches how to sleep, right? So there's so many factors that can affect our sleep. We don't just get tired and conk out, on the couch. Oh yeah, we can do that, but the fact of the matter is that sleeping there's an art to actually sleeping. There's kind of a preparation phase for sleeping. And again, we live in a modern society with bright lights, a neon, we got all this buzzy activity going on. Anybody who's been to Vegas knows, that's a town that is set up to keep you from sleeping because it gives you some stimulation, surround sound stimulation 24 hours a day. Okay. Let me just tell you a couple of things that can be helpful to actually help get better sleep. I think that, if you don't get good sleep, like your whole life is kind of a little bit against you. So, number one, staying physically active, being physically active during the day. You can go to the gym, you can go for a run, but you don't have to. Just going for a walk for 30 minutes actually will help exercise your brain, your circulation, your muscles in a way that actually will help you sleep later in the day. It sends signals to your body that it needs to renew itself, and sleep is part of renewal. So, something as easy as taking a walk for a half an hour every day after dinner, or frankly, anytime, or split it up, actually is a little trick that actually is very useful. Obviously, you don't want to be taking stimulants just before bedtime. Now, I'm somebody who can drink a cup of coffee. I used to live in Italy during my gap year, so I'll have a little tiny cup of espresso after dinner. Doesn't bother me. But for a lot of people, okay, it's individual. For a lot of people, if you have caffeine at the end of the day after dinner, like it's going to make you wired for the rest of the night, and then you're not going to get good sleep. So I think be really, really mindful of what you're putting into your body as you get into the evening time, particularly, what are you drinking for dinner? All right. Ironically, even though people say you drink wine or beer, alcohol makes me sleepy. It can make you sleepy, but actually, when you actually have booze in your system, you never actually get good, deep sleep. The alcohol in your brain actually doesn't allow you to go dive deep. So you kind of a little bit near the surface. You're restless. You're not getting full renewal sleep. And so that's why, it's important just to recognize that among other reasons you want to control alcohol intake, cut down or cut out, it will interfere with your sleep. Now, the other thing is actually the volume of food. If you eat a lot of food for dinner at night before you go to bed, and especially if you eat close to bedtime, that insulin is jacked up. Your body is full on trying to store that energy, the fuel that you've just eaten into your cells. That's a lot of work, man. And, your factory is running full blast storing these things. I mean, it's kind of like, if you've ever moved out of an apartment or a house, this is like, like when you overeat or you eat too close to bedtime, imagine having an entire crew packing up your house, trying to store everything. All right. That's pretty disruptive. And so you can't just brush your teeth and lay down and expect you're going to crash right away. So give yourself more time and don't eat too much. Don't overload your metabolism. It's going to dog you as you get into your night. And by the way, if you're not getting good quality sleep, your metabolism is not burning the energy optimally either. You're cutting into that aspect of trying to elevate your own health. Now, obviously, stress, again, going all the way back to what we were talking about at the very beginning, stress, trauma, anger, emotional injury, anxiety, those things also, if we don't confront them somehow and deal with them, there's lots of different tools that can be used to deal with them. If we don't confront that part of it, we're also not going to get a good night's sleep. All right.
Sleep is not just something that happens automatically. Good sleep needs preparation. Just like we learn how to eat better or exercise better, we also need to learn how to sleep better. Sleep is one of the most powerful ways your body repairs itself. During deep sleep, your brain clears waste, your hormones reset, your muscles recover, your immune system strengthens, and your metabolism gets a chance to rebalance. But many people damage their sleep without realizing it. 1. Caffeine can keep your brain switched on. Some people can drink coffee at night and feel fine, but for many people, caffeine in the evening can keep the brain alert for hours. Even if you fall asleep, your sleep may not be as deep or refreshing. Simple rule: avoid coffee, strong tea, energy drinks, or other stimulants late in the day, especially after evening time. 2. Alcohol may make you sleepy, but it ruins deep sleep. Alcohol can make you feel relaxed or drowsy, but it does not give you healthy sleep. It keeps your brain closer to the surface, so you may sleep lightly, wake up often, or feel tired the next morning. Simple rule: alcohol is not a real sleep aid. Cutting down or avoiding it at night can improve sleep quality. 3. Heavy late-night meals overload your body. When you eat a big meal close to bedtime, your body has to work hard to digest and store that energy. Insulin rises, metabolism stays active, and your body is busy processing food when it should be resting. It is like trying to sleep while a whole crew is packing boxes in your house. Your body is still working. Simple rule: eat lighter at night and leave enough time between dinner and bedtime. 4. Stress keeps the body in alert mode. Anxiety, anger, emotional pain, trauma, and daily stress can all keep your nervous system activated. Even if your body is tired, your mind may not feel safe enough to fully relax. Simple rule: before bed, give your mind a calming routine. Deep breathing, prayer, journaling, gentle stretching, soft music, or simply turning off screens and sitting quietly. Better sleep starts before you get into bed. What you drink, what you eat, how late you eat, and how you handle stress all affect whether your body gets deep, restorative sleep. So if you want better sleep every day, do not just focus on bedtime. Focus on the few hours before bedtime. That is where good sleep begins. How sleeping deeply detoxifies our brain.
And by the way, when you don't get a good night's sleep, something that's not known by a lot of people is that when we're sleeping deeply, our brain detoxifies itself. But the way that it detoxifies itself is by opening a sewer system. So most people don't know that our brains have a sewer system called the glymphatic system. Literally, it's like the underground sewers of Paris. All right. They're actually shut during the day. Nothing really leaks out of your brain. Your brain wants to hang on to everything all the input you're giving to it, but it accumulates toxins. It accumulates free radicals. It accumulates toxins from the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the inflammation. It actually is part that can happen and function in your brain. At night, when you get good quality sleep, the glymphatic system opens up like the sewers of Paris, and it flushes out all those toxins, all that waste products, all the dead cells, all the inflammation gets flushed out of your brain. When you don't get good quality sleep, or when you get little sleep, disturbed sleep, the sewer system doesn't fully open. And that's why when you don't get a good night's rest, the next day, you feel foggy. You feel a little headachy. You feel a little confused, muddy, toxic brain.
Deep sleep is like your brain's cleaning time. During the day, your brain is busy thinking, working, learning, worrying, watching, reading, and reacting. All of that activity creates waste products inside the brain, just like any busy city creates trash. At night, when you enter deep, good quality sleep, your brain activates a special cleaning system called the glymphatic system. Think of it like a drainage or sewer system for the brain. During deep sleep, this system helps wash away waste, toxins, inflammatory chemicals, and leftover byproducts from brain activity. It is like your brain opens its cleaning pipes and flushes out the buildup from the day. But when you do not sleep well, or your sleep is short, broken, or shallow, this cleaning system does not work as strongly. That is one reason why after poor sleep, you may wake up feeling foggy, heavy-headed, confused, tired, irritable, unfocused, or mentally slow. Your brain did not get enough time to fully clean and reset. So the big message is, sleep is not wasted time. Sleep is brain repair time. A good night's sleep helps your brain clear waste, sharpen focus, support memory, calm inflammation, and prepare you for the next day. That is why protecting deep sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your brain health.